Hello everyone, how you doing? And welcome to my uncensored love story. Um, Tonight's topic. First of all, I wanted remind you guys to please subscribe so you could get up messages reminding you when the new show is gonna be. Another thing, I wanted to apologize before I get to this topic. This is a very sensitive topic. I don't mean to offend anybody by it, but this is a topic that men talk about all the time. And I don't know, for some reasons females don't really talk about it as much. And but like I said, I don't mean to offend anybody. It's real life, it's real topic, real relationship conversation, and I'm just here to be the mediator between you guys and whatever else is going on. But I do have a lot of guys, and it's been going on for years. I've always been afraid of talking about this. But as a female, I'm also curious because I want to know what's going on with females not being so fresh when it comes to guys getting close to you ladies. First of all, I don't understand exactly what the situation is because I'm a female and I don't know why or how that happened. Like, once again, I want to emphasize that I'm not trying to humiliate or embarrass anybody with this topic. We're just talking about how can we find the solution and what is the situation towards it. Men don't like talking about this topic because it's embarrassing. But ladies, you know your body. You know who you are. You know, some of us are a little heavy set, not so skinny, even though for what I hear it doesn't really have anything to do. I understand there's some hormonal situations that may be. Ladies, if you are going through a problem, a vaginal problem, if it's something that you cannot help, and then seek some help because you don't like your man's feet stinking. You don't like his sweat smell. Men have a very strong smell. So it's very embarrassing for a man who to have to approach you and have to have this conversation with you about you not being clean enough or your man trying to touch you and you ain't not being fresh enough for him. Because as a female, come on, when we go to the gym and we sweat or we go to a party and we not as fresh, we know that. I don't need anybody to tell me. Well, then again, I have to admit I do have OCD. I clean myself. I just can't help it. But I do know this over-the-counter stuff. And I do know that there's some home remedies that we could do. And I do know that there's a lot of things besides seeking a doctor that is not normal. Because that joke that guys have, the female smells like fish, is no such thing. Unless you don't shower. I'm 36 years old, and let me tell you, no, I'm sorry, no. So it's very, and we're not talking about people, the people who have mentioned this situation to me most likely are dating females that are very beautiful and clean young ladies that I get in shocked. I can't believe that this is the situation, but unfortunately, if you are going through that situation, if you're having problems with your partner because maybe your partner's not telling you, but you see that your partner's a little funny when it comes to certain things, and when it comes to you being pleasure, you know, with common sense, if you're gonna eat, you want a clean plate. So if you want to spice your relationship, and you need that extra push and you're not knowing what it is, this is why I talk to you guys need to get together with your partner and have that bond and that friendship, so that man doesn't have to feel embarrassed to tell his own girl that she's not as fresh. How as a man, I know I'm a female, but as a man, if you find yourself in that position, it has to be a very tough situation for you in every way. So you imagine being a female, that your men have to mention that to you? Or some guys, if you're not in a relationship, I hear it from some guys that just went out, took a glove from a club. Honey, if you perspire in a strong way, all you have to do is, before that man touches you, babe, I had a bathroom real quick, and freshen up. Nobody likes something that is not fresh, but it's also very embarrassing to having to mention that. How do you tell somebody that they are not fresh? How do you tell? So make sure nobody has to tell you that. If you know your perspiration is very strong, keep it fresh. Keep a little body spray. Summer's Eve does miracles because they have the wash, they have the little spray after that you could spray on your underwears. I don't want to hear no many excuses of how, if it's not a medical condition, and even if it's a medical condition, your doctor can help you with that. And I hear a lot of ladies have nothing to do with how many times you bathe per day. But if you know you're having some serious issue, like some females, even friends of mine who have a problem and they perspire in a very strong way and they have many, many, many deodorants there. But when it comes to your private, and this is why I always tell people we use technologies for nothing, because right now you don't even have to talk to people. Right now you don't have to go tell your friends that this is a situation that you're going through. You don't have to do that. But you could go on Google. You could go on YouTube. You could go anywhere and find out that information and find out what is it about me that I'm not as fresh. I did a little research, and even the doctors use this in the doctor's office. Why vinegar with some warm water? Ladies, this baking soda, there's so many things. Don't spoil your relationship, your fun, the best thing that you may have going for your relationship, the good stuff, because you're not fresh. It's so unbelievable when I'm actually having this conversation, that I'm actually talking about this. And then as much as I talk about it, I realize this is a serious problem because I've been hearing it for years. And guys, you know which one of you is that unfortunately took this beautiful girl home, and unfortunately you had to be embarrassed yourself because you're locked in the bathroom talking to yourself like, how am I supposed to tell this girl this? Well, we're going to have to cut it halfway and we're going to have to keep it basic. And I'm sure no woman walks into a man's house with that intention. But be a little bit more careful. This is something that we're putting out there. This is something that guys are talking about. Men talk about this. And they talk about it not because this is what they like to do. They sometimes are seeking for help. Sometimes it's asking a friend, what should I do? A lot of the guys who have came to me is because they feel like I'm a female. I could explain something to them. And I'm like, I don't know how to explain to you something that I had never been through. But if you know, there's some type of way. There is some type of way that you should know. Because when you take your socks off, when you take your shirt off, when you take your pants off, you know what they smell like. You know what fresh smells like. You know what you should smell like. You know how you should take care of yourself. And it has absolutely nothing to do with your financial situation. It has absolutely nothing to do with where you live or where you come from. Being clean has nothing to do. My mother used to tell me that if you're broke and you have 2 pieces of clothing, those 2 pieces of clothing, you go home, you wear one to work, you come home, you wash that one, and you wear the other one. So don't blame it on just because I don't have money to buy expensive perfumes and colognes and blah, blah, blah. No. Because we are the first one to talk about if we go out with a guy and the guy doesn't really smell that fresh. And if somebody's breath doesn't smell fresh, we laugh and we all comment about it because we know it's not a pleasant situation. So you imagine when the light is off and your man's trying to get fresh with you, and this is what he gets back, and he has to put back on females. We know which one of us is that. We know one of us is the one that's not taking care of herself, and we know what we have to do to change that. To be able to enjoy yourself. You know how beautiful it is to have a partner that you, in every way, you're willing to do anything because it's safe. Because if you've been with a man for a long time and your man is not trying to spice your relationship and do different stuff in different positions with you and take you places that you've never been to, one or two, he's not really into you or something's wrong with you. And this is why I talk about being friends. Having that closeness that you could ask, babe, do I smell? Babe, is it okay? Am I okay? Would you let me know if I ever am out of line? If you ever let me know if I'm not. And you build that. But if you're starting a relationship If you're just getting to know that person could be the biggest coward and he's not going to tell you that because that's not his nature. He just can't do that. It's just if I'm a woman and it's hard for me to have this conversation and I should break it down, do you imagine a man in that position? Do you imagine a man that's excited to go and take this beautiful woman home and this is what happens? And I'm sorry, ladies, but I don't mean to say it like that, but you're screwing up for everybody else. Because for some females that are not taking care of the things that they have to take care, and sometimes it's not even about that. Sometimes it's just, ladies, we all know what it is. We all know what it is. Maybe you're going through a situation and your menstrual cycle's not proper, or you're going through whatever. You know what it is. You know how often you should bathe. If you have a problem, then bathe more often. If you have a problem, then shower 5 minutes before your men come home. Find the solution so that men don't run away from you. Because what happens if you're having a problem because it's a medical problem, whatever any problem you're having, but it becomes with your hygiene, with your cleanliness, and that man finds himself another little kitty this clean, honey, you lost. We need to find out what is it about us this off. What is it about us that turn people off? What is it about us that's not attracting the right people? And if we have the right person, and then we need to find out what is it about us that is not having that person on top of you 24/7. I don't believe that love is only at first. I'm not one to believe that relationship is only exciting at first. My sister's married for 27 years and that marriage is exciting every day. I'm not talking about sexually, people. It doesn't have to be. If you are happy, and guys, don't get mad at me, but if you are 100% happy in your relationship and you only have sex twice a month, be it. Because it's all about your happiness. Remember that. It's no one else's happiness. You're not living nobody else's life. You're living your own life for yourself. You're loving yourself. You're sharing your love for yourself. You're making love to enjoy yourself. So make it enjoyable and pleasant and clean and sweet. And this is not one thing that in that moment of passion we are willing to do that a little smell's gonna turn me off about. They're not being clean enough. It's gonna get me from that love that I should be getting. I'm getting halfway job done because of me, because of me, because of the things that I'm doing or not doing to take care of what I'm supposed to care. Ladies, it's like everything. It's like cooking. What you eat, if I give you and you see that I dropped all the food and everything in the kitchen, no, you're gonna be like, that girl's crazy. She looks okay, but there's no way that I will eat because she looks decent, but she's nasty. It's the same situation. If you always put yourself number one, remember, you're never gonna have a problem. If you keep yourself the best, you always never gonna have a problem. If you're dating a man and you cook and you keep that house clean, your blankets are clean, that food is clean, and that kitchen is clean, ladies, they said that you get a man's heart through his stomach. No, 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 no. You could cook good. But if you're not good in bed, if you don't come with a package, we gotta understand men are very sexual. Men move through sex. And we all know that. This is not something new I'm telling anybody. This is not an advice that you never heard before or something you never lived. You know, everybody in this planet know that men move sexually. So if you don't want that man seeking something else, give it to him the right way. Make sure you're fresh. Make sure you put some perfume. Just like I was saying yesterday. How is it that your man left to work this morning, left you with 3 kids running around, prepared them for daycare, work, whatever it is, and you did everything you had to do in the day. You didn't have 5 minutes to go in the bathroom. You know your man comes out of work at 5, huh? So at 4:45, why don't you put the baby to sleep? Have your day set up so when that man comes, you shower, you fresh. And I keep saying, because a lot of you ladies lie to yourselves and say, I don't care. Fine, if he wants me, if you don't want me. Listen, if that's the position, if that's the term on life that you ended up being, If that's the end of your life, if that's the end of your love life, if that's the end of your satisfaction sexually, emotionally, because people don't understand that sex is not only sex, it's an emotion status. When a woman has good sex, you could step on her brand new shoes and she's like, no, honey, it's okay. But she got good sex. But every single angry lady you see in Manhattan walking around very pissed off at everybody, can't even buy a coffee in a restaurant because she screamed at the cashier because she's late for work and all of that, you better believe she's not getting anything good at home. And if she's getting slapping second or whatever it is she's getting, but it's not right. Okay? Because when you see a jolly woman on the street and she's so happy and stuff like that, what the hell is wrong with this woman? You better believe she's being taken care of good at home. Because it changed your mind, your spirit. Sex is not sex. God didn't invent sex just to do it. Sex is something beautiful, something combined and spiritual. It's two people getting at it. That's what I'm telling you. If you have that one partner, I'm emphasizing on safe, clean, and healthy sex. I'm telling you to do everything you want to do with that one person you love. I'm telling you to get nasty with that person you've been with for a while. That you know that person has no harm. To enjoy life to the fullest, to really enjoy everything you do. That if you're gonna eat something, eat it because you really gonna enjoy it, not because you want to get it out of the way so it don't go bad and you don't throw it out. Everything you do in life, do it with pleasure, do it with taste, do it with a lot of anger, and do it and enjoy it. Enjoy this life. But enjoy with the people in a healthy way. Enjoy with the people that love you. Do you think it's the same thing to have sex and make love? Sex is good. But when you have that one person who's there for you, when you have that one person that you know you don't have to worry about nothing, sex is amazing. So concentrate on that. Ladies, let's try to make a little bit more effort on ourselves. Let's make that man like you back the way he used to. Make that man feel attracted to you every time. That's what I was saying yesterday with the game. Love is a game. Keep giving and taking from it. Because if you put some sexy lingerie and you send your kids away and you do something crazy for your man that night, and he knows that every Thursday night we're going to do, that man's going to be home, babe. That man's going to be home taking care of you and your family. That man is not going to run away behind any little girl that passes by who wants $20, who wants a new pair of shoes. When she's over there rocking a $1,500 pair of shoes because your husband decided to be her sugar daddy, huh? With your money? With your kids' money? When you should be involving that man in your life and die together and be the best life ever together. Because everybody wants to be Jay-Z and Beyonce, but nobody wants to work at it. So you have to build your own relationship on your own time. But do it with passion. If you're having problems with your wife, find that way if you really want to work in that marriage. If you don't want to work in that marriage, just leave. But if you want to stay there, work on it. Bring that wife's flowers, sit down with her, remind her why you fell in love with her. Honey, what happened to us? Can we at least tell me if you love me? Because if you love me, I'm going to try to make this work. And how is it not going to work? How many times have you left a job and came back to it and it works the same way? Nobody tells you or looks at you any different because you used to work here before. So it's the same thing with life. Sometimes we just put too many things ahead of us. Things that don't have absolutely nothing to do and things that we don't have to worry about. And we avoid sex because my husband forgot to bring celery when I asked him yesterday for dinner. And you go on mad at your husband for a week or two for something so stupid? Because he made a joke at a family's dinner and nobody laughed. And little things like that. And I know a lot of you watching me are probably thinking, what is she talking about? What am I talking about? That we emphasize the things that are not important in our lives. That we stop depriving ourselves from the good things that we should be enjoying. A month or two without sex because you're mad at your husband, but yeah, he sleeps right next to you. Because you know what I think? You know what I really think? ladies, and call me crazy. Email me and call me crazy. But it's fine. But I'm going to guarantee you one thing, ladies. When you mad at your husband, when you mad at your man, mad because of you, not because he cheated on you. That's not mad. That's, I'll kill you. I'm talking about mad, upset at little things like that. Fuck your man real hard, you see. And don't talk to him. You see. That man's gonna be in your house every day because he's gonna know what the fuck is wrong with you. Why are you having sex with me and not talking to me? Because you could do that. Because men use us all the time when they want sex. Sometimes we're not in the mood and they happen on us. So why can't you be upset at your husband because he was supposed to help you take the garbage and he did, and you know what? Still fucking good. And walk away. And when he comes to hug you in the middle of the night, be like, I'm not, no. Babe, can you make me coffee? Can't make you coffee. I'm like, what's wrong with this girl? This girl freaked me last night. Now she's not talking to me. Keep your life like that. Interesting for you. Don't deprive yourself from the good stuff because sometimes we want it. And because we upset at something so tiny little bit, you decide to tell your brain that you're more angrier than you really are, and you deprive yourself of maybe the best sex you could have had the whole month. So it is like demanding your wife or your partner's obligations because you got mad because you didn't have the right amount of light, or a couple of light bulbs I'm not working. You don't stop paying your light bill because you didn't have water for one day or two. You don't stop paying your rent. So why? Because you're angry for little things, you start having and enjoying your partner. Why do we always try to make it into this big thing? Why do we always trying to avoid enjoying the good things that was given to us for free? Because we got bills, responsibilities, and things to take care and not taking care of things. So if you're thinking, young lady, that you're not going to take care of yourself, that way your man doesn't touch you, I'm sorry, but that man is getting turned off. That whenever you feel like you get off that cloud and you want to be like, now it's time for him, he's gonna be somewhere else. He's gonna have somebody else. He's gonna find his need, because sex for a man is a necessity. Because if you tell a man that you will cut both his legs and his penis, he'll be like, I'll walk without legs. Leave that penis there, I need it. So if you know that way we can stop complaining so much about how much we suffer because our man played us, because we're alone, because he don't love us and stuff like that. Become the freak that your man marry. Become the girl that your man wants, okay? There are a lot of videos. There are a lot of things. Think about, by the time you go in the bathroom, take a shower, and you stay there, 15, 20 minutes, and your man is on his phone on Facebook. Do you know how many booty shakes he saw? Do you know how many girls with a tongue are shaking their booty and doing all kinds of sexual stuff and stuff like that just on your bed, right there next to you, right on Facebook, baby? He doesn't have to go nowhere and fantasize, and that brain goes all over the way. And you'll be a hypocrite if you say that that's not true, because we females, we do it too. Because when we see a 30-year-old with no shirt and he has some gray hairs in there and he looks hot, we say that in our mind, we're like, So everybody does it. I don't want to hear it. But you take it and you do it when you realize, because everything you do bad, first you process it on your brain. And maybe a lot of men don't want to cheat, but ladies, if you're having a problem with yourself, and then you're depriving yourself from the good stuff, and think about how many issues I had already mentioned that goes on in a relationship that stop you from being happy in who you are and what you want to be. Don't deprive yourself from being happy. Don't deprive yourself from enjoying the best moments of your life. People's sex gets better after 30. What the heck we do when we young, we don't know. We think we enjoy it, but we don't know. Past 30s and up is the best sex ever, because you're an adult and you know what you're doing, and you know why you're there, and you know how you like it, and you know how to move it. So please make sure you put yourself first, so you can know what are the things that are going to fit in to complete the person that you are. And stop telling yourself that you don't need anybody. And those ladies saying that I don't need a man and I'm fine single and I'm alone. But yeah, when you finish saying all of that, and when your friends are not there, so you could get spitting all that out and saying you don't need nobody and you've been single for so long and you're fine and you complete yourself and all of that, let me tell you something. When you're crying in your pillow alone, you're gonna analyze all of this. Because we need somebody. Because we were not meant to be alone. Because God didn't create Eve because Adam was having fun and thought the best, because he needed a partner. He needed a companion. He needed someone. So if you have that someone, please enjoy it, because there's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of diseases out there. There's a lot of nasty people out there. When you should be getting nasty with one you love in your house. And nobody, believe me, nobody needs to know. You could be the freakiest lady in the house. And then bring it in the street, you the most decent lady. Who's gonna know you're a freak? Nobody's gonna know you're a freak. You don't need to tell nobody you're a freak. You don't need to tell nobody how you please your man. You don't need to tell nobody that you were waiting in your knees when your man walked in the door and you gave him a blowjob as soon as he walked in. I don't know what you do with your sex life, but enjoy it. I don't care what you do with your personal life, but enjoy it. If you're not hurting anybody, enjoy it. People stop bringing threesomes and stuff like that to your house, because but that's another conversation for another time. But every single threesome doesn't end up well. Everybody that has done it knows that. I never done it. I think it's disgusting. I'm sorry, because I see it in the porn movies. I see that it's a threesome and two people are doing stuff and the other one is either rubbing something or just watching. So really, that was not meant for three people. I mean, but just remember, ladies, keep yourself on your toes for your man. If you don't do it for your loved ones, if you don't do it for your man, if you don't take care of yourself for the person that's taking care of you, who are you going to do it for? You don't want to be single. Nobody wants to be single. I was in a relationship for 9 years, then I was in another relationship for 8 years. And when I came to the dating stuff, I was lost. Because I was sheltered for so long that going out there, and then I understood how nasty it was and stuff like that. This is why my channel is all about emphasizing safe, nasty sex with your partner. That's all it is. Divorce are an increase every day. People don't tolerate one another. People can't stand one another. People get married and 3 months later they want a divorce because they don't want to deal with stress. So they rather deal with somebody new and deal with that stress. And then break up with that one and start all over. And then 10 years later, you realize how many mistakes you made. And that's why you gave up and I'm going to end up alone. Because you didn't know what you wanted. So you kept just guessing and dating the wrong person. And this is the reason why you're going back again to the same club, to the same spot. Every summer, you single. Every summer, you're seeking for someone. Aren't you tired? So please, everyone, keep it safe, keep it clean. Ladies, please leave comments below. I will read them later. And let me know what else you guys want me to talk about. I do have a lot of topics that I want to, but I want to make sure I'm pleasing you guys too. So please subscribe to my channel once again. That way you could get emails about my upcoming shows and you don't miss anything. I did have a show earlier today. Please try to watch it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you so much. I love you guys. And I'll see you next time. I will be doing a raffle, but I'll make an announcement next time for you guys. I'm going to link to single people from Facebook. It has to be single people. You will be verified because I need to know. And but I give you guys more details later. And thank you very much. You guys have a good night. Mwah!